Hello everybody, welcome. Welcome to the stream. It's me. I'm the guy that sometimes makes Halo mods. And during the other time, do I really exist? There's no way to know. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, did it really fall? If I make a Halo mod and I don't stream it, did I really make a Halo mod? The world may never know. But we'll know for sure today because I'm streaming and you're here, and that's what's important. Now then, welcome to Huge Grass. Welcome to Large Grassy Canyon. It's me, back with another giant open map with way too much space in it. And today we're gonna take a really cool jet plane that was never put into the final version of a Halo game, and we're gonna fly it around. We're gonna make it go fast. We're gonna make it blow up. Yesterday we made it all mangled and broken, which is good. Things should get mangled and broken. It's the circle of life. All things must return to dust. And the worms, they must eat it. So they will today. It'll be fun. And then we'll probably move on to even more stuff because really it's nearly done and it probably won't take me more than like an hour to fully finish. Huge Grass Canyon. Yep, that's pretty much accurate, actually. Now, where are we situated right now? Well, in the lovely Huge Grass Canyon, we are at Red Base. Red Base, it's kind of nice. You know, I like Red Base. It's a good place. It's kind of chill. It's sunny. There's a cool pelican just chilling over there. Shoot, I could fly that pelican. I don't have my pilot's license, but neither did that one guy from Halo Infinite, and he seemed to pull it off pretty well. Here's the question. Can the AA vehicles even hit the koala or super wombat thing? You know, that's a good question. One that we will have to answer through some actual playtests. Because I have no idea, but there's one way to find out, and that's by actually shooting it. Aren't you blue, though? I am, in fact, blue. I'm so very blue. But I'm not sad. I'm pretty happy today, actually, because you guys are here with me. And you know, if there's one thing that does make me happy throughout the day, it's streaming and hanging out with you guys in chat. It's pretty fun. Who's my favorite Family Guy character? Listen, I'm going to be honest. Alright, I'm going to say something brave and controversial. I don't really like Family Guy. I'm sorry. I've never been a Family Guy guy. I mean, I don't think it's a bad show. I just, you know, it's not my kind of humor. I like things that are a little bit deep. I just think Family Guy humor is a little bit repetitive, that's all. Not even Peter. I like Joe. Peter. Peter says the what too much? Hello? Who said that? Can I say hi to you? Hello, fighter pilot. Deep like Breaking Bad. Yeah, hey, can we get Green Knight in the chat to tell us how much he loves Breaking Bad? I heard it's his favorite show. What's my favorite show? You know, this is gonna sound real lame, but it's the honest truth. I don't really have much of a favorite anything. I just like stuff in general. I don't really like sit there and make tier lists in my head of like things I really like. But there's gotta be something. Okay, let me think about this. My favorite, my absolute favorite something. Easy. Absolute favorite giant monster. I'm going to have to go with Godzilla. Possibly Godzilla from the 2001 hit film Godzilla. Mothra, King Ghidorah, Monsters All Out Attack. Absolute banger. Absolute classic right there. There you go. Oh, Mythbusters? Holy shit, the amount of times I would watch Mythbusters and just like, ugh. I would go home from school, jump on the couch, and throw on Mythbusters and just fucking vibe. Oh my god, Mythbusters was so good. Like, I would literally watch Mythbusters today. I mean, shit, half the stuff on my recommended feed on YouTube is literally just like worse Mythbusters content. And Adam Savage is one of my favorite people. Dude, I got to see Adam Savage from a distance in person once at a stage. And man, that was hype as hell. That was at, what, TwitchCon? I think it was like TwitchCon 2018 or something, but it was fucking sick. Halo Wars 1 awakened my love for strategy games. You know, strategy games are pretty fun. And you know, if Halo Wars is what did it for you, I appreciate it. Can you make the chair pink? No, but I can make it lavender. Oh my god, wait, that's actually such a good idea. Hold on. Hold on. You see my gaming chair, right? My classic gaming chair. I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Don't move. Oh, hey, chat. You noticed my epic e-girl gaming chair. Allow me to just... Oh, sorry. I just have to check something behind me real quick. Oh, I didn't see you there, chat. Make it red? Actually, it would look kind of sick in red, not even gonna lie. Hey, look at that. I bought this off Amazon for $129.99. Easy peasy. Now do this, but in real life. You want to see what I'm packing? You want to see my cake package? How dare you? Do not objectify me. Actually, what color is my chair now? My chair has like, it's all black and gray with a very light blue stitching pattern. So I'm going to have to find a way to incorporate that because my old real life gaming chair looked like this one. Oh, hey. It looked like this one, but now my gaming chair is like just dark. Huh. Windows PC sounds. I always wonder, like when I tab out of the Halo mod tools and it goes ba-doom, I always wonder if it gets you guys surprised. If you're like, oh shit, someone's on my PC, what's going on? Oh, look at that. NHB Nightmare has tipped $3 into the Road to Reach Fund, bringing us over the 300 mark. Sweet. Thank you so much, Nightmare. I really appreciate that. Who's your favorite ODST character? Okay, that... Hold on, let me give you a detailed answer. Spoilers, it's Buck. I'm just gonna say it. All right, I love Buck, and that is mostly because Nathan Fillion is a fucking awesome actor, and I love Nathan Fillion. He is fucking so sick. He is one of the actors of all time. Okay, Nathan Fillion is one of the actors of all time. I grew up on shows, like I would sit in my dad's bedroom as a kid and just like watch show on his little TV cart, and I would watch like some really, really good bangers. I think he was in, what was it, Castle, where he's like the author and they bring him in to help solve crimes. I love Nathan Fillion. He's phenomenal. His charisma is just off the charts. Mickey Supremacy. Hey, none of the characters in ODST I ever really thought were bad. All right, but Nathan Fillion. Who is Nathan Fillion? My brother in Christ. He's Buck. Dude, Buck in Halo 5 and ODST is literally voiced by Nathan Fillion and looks like Nathan Fillion. If you look up Nathan Fillion online right now, you're gonna be like, oh wait, that's literally like they face scanned him for Halo 5 and for ODST. Huh. He's also on this really bad cop show. Hey man, relax, okay? Relax, okay? Ray, thank you for the $1.03 tip. Much appreciated. Imagine making a better Halo engine game to mod on. For real, for real. Listen, one day we'll hit the finale of Road to Reach, and I'll switch over to Reach permanently. In fact, I'm going to be doing Reach mods even before the finale of Road to Reach, but if we hit the finale of it, why am I describing it when I literally have this cool graphic I made? When we hit the finale on Road to Reach, I will be permanently switching over to Reach for the most part, but even just hitting the middle goal will be a full-on Reach space battle mod, so hopefully sometime in the next little while we'll actually hit these goals, and then I will be forced to leave my comfort zone and no longer mod Halo 3, the Halo game of all time. So one of these days, we'll eventually hit that, and then Reach will be real. Now then, we're in Halo 3 today. And you can tell because the colors are vibrant. The armors are shiny. My visor is glossy in the sunlight. Oh, it's so warm today. Will there be a road to 4? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Cursed mod? I know. I'm actually really excited about the Cursed mod and meme stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have some good ideas. In fact, one of the first mods I ever made, I remember this vividly. It's actually where I met Green Knight, was the Halo 3 pre-release had just come out for PC. It was like Reach was the only game at the time on MCC PC. It was like 2019. And then I think around 2020, Halo 3 finally came out and they were doing like a pre-release, and I was in the insider program, and we all went into the Halo Mods server voice chat. And we opened up Assembly, the community modding tool, before we had actual mod tools, of course. And we were just messing around, dicking around, and we made so much cursed shit. We replaced frag grenades with like instant kill rocks, and we were just like throwing rocks at each other and laughing our asses off. Green made a warthog where he put fusion coils in the back, and if you slammed into somebody, it was like an instant detonation and blew both of you up. We stretched out a giant boat and colored it brown and gave it like 40 seats and called it the poop limo. Like, there's some good-ass ideas that I've just been waiting to make, but like actually make good. So it'll be pretty fun. It'll be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that stream. I'm gonna invite Green and see if he's interested in making some like super shitposty mods. Poop limo. Oh. There's a screenshot somewhere, either somewhere deep in my old screenshots folder, or maybe like Green or another friend of ours has it, but it's literally the poop limo with like 30 ODSTs in it. Hello, Lucifer. Welcome. Listen, one day I'll bring the poop limo to life again. And on that day, well, I've gone full circle. We've shown it before. I don't know if that's the one that had all the ODSTs in it, but there was a picture with it, and it was beautiful. Isn't it pinned in our DMs? I don't know. It probably is. Yo, he got that chair. I do got that chair. And look at this. I'm gonna make it slightly more accurate to my actual IRL chair. Hold on. Boom. Wow, that just does not look nearly as good as I thought it was going to. Oh my god, no, my chair. The slight blue tint, it's just not hidden right. Technically accurate, but with this color scheme, it's just a little stinky. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to be that guy, but it's kind of a stinky color. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go all white. White and black, a beautiful color scheme. Pretty much every gaming chair on Amazon looks like this. Hey, Jonathan Tavra? I'm gonna say Jonathan Tavra. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. Don't know you, just supporting? Well, much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Today we're doing some pretty fun stuff, so might as well show off some of the cool stuff that we're doing. One thing I really need to do is to fix this so that I actually hold it correctly, because right now it's like it's just kind of floating there. But I can do this at least. Gah! Tomfoolery with the 2. Thank you so much. That's Bella. Much appreciated. Hi, hello. Oh my god, I'm in the video game. Did I just hear a horse? Look, Gordon, explosives. Now, yesterday we were working on this, the Wombat. And it's still in the same state it was yesterday, which is good because it was in a good state yesterday. If I shoot it a little bit, it'll get kind of goofed. It'll get kind of smushed a little bit. The armor plating will kind of bend. It'll kind of get stuck, pulled up like that. What else? This kind of gets bent. The wings get mangled a little bit. The engines start drooping a touch, and then I hit it a bit more. The explosion really needs to be turned down a bit, but, you know, it starts to get really, really mangled. Armor plating is super ripped up. Wings are all scuffed. There's even some parts that I have already set where it's got a little bit of, let me get up, please. It's got a little bit of this stuff going on. You're like, oh geez, oh man, that's not looking too hot. That's not looking too hot. So, you know, there's some destroyed bits on it, even a little bit in there, I think. And then if you're flying this around with this goofy ass looking cockpit, people are gonna be like, oh man, I don't know if that thing should be flying. It's not looking so hot. But you know what? We fly it anyway, because we're brave out here. We are brave. So I'm going to be working on this for the start of the stream today. And then afterwards, I'll ask you guys what you would like me to work on for the rest of this the stream, because there's several things I need to do, including touching up the longsword a bit, turning it into an even better vehicle, touching up the Spirit because it needs a lot of love, and working on the C4 weapon as well. Need to do some more custom animations for the C4 weapon. It's very important. C4 as it stands right now looks great in the hands of a Spartan, but cannot even be used by an elite because I don't have elite animations made yet. Lovely though, lovely. Spirit love, yeah. Can you say fuck it and can we start working on the curse mod because I have a really good idea? I mean, we could, but I really want to finish this mod because I said I was going to finish it super fast and it's already over schedule because I haven't been working on it as much as I need to. I'll feel bad. And also, I didn't want to say this, but like, I really just want to play this mod. Like, this mod's just going to be a lot of fun. Like, tell me it's not going to be so sick. Okay? When like 8 people spawn in each tower here. Some people run through the teleporter to get ground vehicles. 3 people make a mad dash for the longsword. They're just like, I need it. I need it. Like a couple people go for the Pelican, the Spirit. Some people even grab some jets and they're just fucking flying out of the hangar at full speed, leaving a contrail behind them. And you're just like, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. You're just like, oh man, I beat everybody to the longsword. L nerd, L nerd. And then you just jump out of this hangar. You see a scarab start to walk and you're like, you fool! And then you launch a nuke halfway across the map because you know you can. And then you probably miss because it's really, really, really hard to aim. Let's see, did I miss? I don't think I missed actually. I think that was a pretty good shot. Wow. I'm getting good with aiming that. Sheesh. Looks like I didn't kill the scarab because I shot a little too low, but hey, got close. So that'll be pretty fun. So that's why I want to finish this mod already. People are going to have some crazy times on this map, like really crazy. Couple 100 feet off. You know, the nuke blast radius makes up for the difference in my skill issue. I'm sipping coffee. IRL, if you look at a nuke going off, you go blind. You know, I actually had a dream last night where I was at a nuclear test facility and I was with some of my IRL friends. And I was like, oh shit, finally we're gonna watch a nuke go off. This is gonna look crazy. And I was like, oh damn. We gotta like look away from it, but by the time I said that, it already went off. And I just remember thinking in my dream, I was like, Damn, I really should have gone blind just now. Like, I just saw an entire fucking nuke go off. And for some reason, I'm not blind. And I feel like at that point I should have been like, oh, this is definitely a dream. But instead I was just like, damn, that looks pretty cool, man. Those dreams of yours are crazy. Listen, it's not that crazy. I don't think. I was one of the, like, when I was a kid, I would like sit fascinated by the spectacle of nuclear explosions. Like, I would just, like, look up footage of them as a kid, and I would be like, damn, that looks, like, impressive and crazy, and it's, like, so insane to see. You can never run for president? Listen, I don't actually want anybody to get nuked, okay? I'm just saying, as a spectacle, they are very impressive. And by the way, that part of my childhood is exactly why the nuke in this mod, and in the, well, I guess only in this mod, because, no, wait, the nuke is an Ultimate Forge. That is the reason why the nuclear bombs in this mod are relatively accurate to real nukes. Giant shockwave, big fireball, dust wave that explodes outwards, followed by a very specific custom particle that has a tube of dust sucking upwards into the main mushroom cloud. All of that is because I know the general basic physics behind the nukes, and I think it looks really good when a massive explosion mushroom cloud like that is done accurately. So, if you ever wondered, like, damn, why in the fuck does that nuke look actually pretty decent? It's because I'm a huge weirdo, and I love how they look. As awful and terrible as they are, a massive explosion is a hell of a spectacle, and I find it very visually impressive. Tsar Bomba was pretty crazy. The Soviets only used half of the fissile material they planned because they wanted to keep their pilot. Yeah, I mean, look, realistically, in this modern day and age, if some country with nukes wanted to make, like, the ultimate nuke, they could. They could. Like, as soon as hydrogen bombs were developed, it was over, man. It was over. They were like, wait a minute. We can use even more material than we ever thought we could. It's over, man. If somebody wanted to, like, destroy half a country with a single bomb, they could do it. It's mutually assured destruction, though. If one person does it, everybody loses. So, hopefully that never happens. Really looking forward to waking up the next day. I'd rather not, like, sitting there and then, like, it's really bright in my room and I look down at my bones and I can see them through my hand because I'm getting blasted with x-rays and I'm just like, huh. Interesting. You saw Russia pulled out of the nuclear treaty, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because, look, realistically, everybody knows mutually assured destruction. It doesn't matter what treaty you sign. It doesn't matter about this and that. Mutually assured destruction is a thing. That is more powerful of an idea than any treaty will ever be. One person drops a nuke, it's fucking over, man. So that's why nobody drops nukes. Are we getting an ass cheek reveal at 400k? Yeah, it's on my only mods. It's on my only mods. By the way, I do want to say thank you to you guys because it's never really a great thing to set like a huge dono goal. But since I already did the tip goals regularly anyway, I just want to say a huge shout out to you guys for hitting, getting us all ready to 300 on the road to reach. That is awesome. I really appreciate it. All it takes is a 30 kill streak. Actually, in the original, it was a 25 kill streak. Link to your only mods? Sorry, you're gonna have to go to my link tree for that one, buddy. Alright, while we're here and while I'm jumping around in the hangar bay looking at this jet, I want to add some like smoke and fire and sparks to this thing when it gets blown up a little bit. And that's pretty easy to do, actually. I have most of those effects already. Shouldn't be much trouble at all. So I'm going to go grab Blender real fast because I need to see specifically what I named those little markers I did yesterday. I put little markers all over this thing, so when it gets to a destroyed state, it will have a little bit of zest, a little bit of flair. And you know what? Look, it's me. How crazy. I almost forgot to turn my webcam on today. But here we are in Blender, same vehicle, but this is the really, really destroyed version of it. You can see it's all mangled and scuffed up. And as I was saying though, yesterday I did FX explosions. Or no, I didn't do this. This was already here. So there's FX major fire. So I'm going to have fire pouring out of this engine here in just a sec. There's also FX major sparks, so that some sparks kind of fly out of this little area where the metal's pulled up. And then there's FX minor smoke. That way there is smoke pouring out of this back engine at any given time. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so when it gets to the slightly damaged state, I want the smoke to start coming out of here. And then when it gets into the really, really damaged state, the fire will come out. And I think that'll be pretty cool. One thing I need to add while I'm here, though, as cool as it is that there's already an FX explosion added by Bungie back in the day for this little point right here in the middle, I'm going to save that for when this thing actually blows up. And I'm going to make this one called FX. This is going to basically be a little marker for a smaller explosion when you take damage. Don't forget to have fire spewing from the back of that engine too. I'm going to see how it looks in game, but I may end up doing that. So we'll do FX minor. And this will be the explosion, the small explosion that triggers when this thing gets very damaged. So noting that most of the damage comes near the back of this thing, I'm going to move this kind of back here, like that, sort of over to the side. And then I'm going to do another one of these, but this is for when it switches over to a larger damage state. This is going to be called FX, excuse me, major. Coffee's really doing work. And when we go from minor to major, it looks like most of the damage actually happens a little bit further up. So I'll have FX major be like over here, which admittedly is pretty close to the original FX explosion, but hey, well, it works. It works. And then when we look at it in game, you can see the general areas that that would connect to. So all things considered, should work pretty good. I'm gonna get this exported in Blender in about 2 seconds. I remember watching your Minecraft stuff about Herobrine. Can't believe the same guy who made these mods. That came on my For You page. Love your modding now. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm always trying to chase whatever it is that I find myself very interested in the moment. And for now, that is game development and modding, one of my classic childhood games. The Halo series, specifically. Halo 3 right now. Soon to be Halo Reach. I say soon, but you know. Alrighty. Alright. So let's go back into Blender. I will export this to a JMS for Halo 3. It'll be a render model, and we'll put it all into here. And it'll become these 3 folders whenever it's done exporting. We're loading. Do you plan on adding landing gear to the bottom of the wings? Not currently. Only reason is because if I could load up Longshore and show you, but excuse me, these things actually don't have landing gear. There's a view of them landed in the Halo 3 multiplayer map Longsword. If you zoom in really far on the big ship that's out in the water, you'll see these things out there. They're little 2D images, but they're landed and they're just sat on their wings. So, that being said, no plans for now, but if at some point I change my mind, I may. Soon. Reach modding coming to you soon in the next 5 years. Well, Road to Reach is what triggers Halo Reach into happening. So, if it comes down to this taking 5 years, then yes, Reach is in 5 years. But Yeah, and I guess I can do a brief overview for those of you guys who are here. This is Road to Reach. It's basically a tip goal where if using the tip link in the description, we have these various community goals. We're closing in on 500, which is the community vehicle vote where you guys vote. I'll be asking every week in the chat what your guys' vehicles that you want to see the most in Halo are. And then after a week of asking or a couple of days, I will put them all together in a poll list and I'll poll it a couple times, and then the average of that is the vehicle that I will end up making, either in Halo 3 or Reach, or both, depending on what you guys want. When will you do these streams? I'll be doing them within the next week or two, because as of right now, I just want to get through and finish the huge ass mod, get that released, and then after that, I am pretty much free. So basically, whenever I finish Huge Ass, I will start hitting these goals, or start doing these goals. Poop limo. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, I have a meme stream coming up now, where we're just going to do a bunch of really dumb shit, because we already hit the cursed mod goal, which is pretty awesome. So look forward to that. It's going to be like the shitpostiest stuff ever, but it'll be really fun. Alright, let's get this in game. Tool. Let's do tool fast. Tool fast, render objects, vehicles, drone, alpha, final. Alright, this will get it in game nice and easy. Don't waste your vote. He's planning on doing that anyway. What am I planning on doing anyway? Oh, poop limo? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to worry. That's probably going to happen anyway. I wouldn't, you know, you can vote poop limo if you want, but that is going to be a wasted vote. Because one day the poop limo is coming, and I'll probably do it on the meme stream, which is already confirmed. Which, by the way, I was talking about this a lot, like last night after the stream ended, and we actually hit the goal. And I'm just thinking of all these really dumb things I want to do, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Does it have to be a vehicle that you can get a model for? I could try to model it myself. It would just take a lot longer. Alrighty. So I've added the markers. That's what I just did here. New markers are in. So first things first, I'm going to start simple with a little spark effect, because I want to just... Let me shoot this a little bit so it gets a little mangled up. I'm going to have the spark effect coming from here. So very quickly, that'll be the easiest one to do right off the bat. And it should be pretty easy. I'm just going to search in the tags for spark. Here's sound. A lot of spark sound effects. Not what we're looking for. Sound. Okay, FX, scenery effects, sparks. This is a good place to go. So let's go with sparks. Let's try Sparks Large, actually. These might be... Sparks Medium. Sparks Medium sounds like a nice, well, medium. And we'll go into our little drone folder here, find it, throw it in the FX folder to keep things organized, and we'll call this Minor Sparks. Actually, you know what? This could just be the start. Yeah, we'll call it Minor Sparks. And then I'll throw that into Gorilla real fast, where we can hook it up to the little thing we just created in Blender. That way it goes there instead of anywhere else. So FX, Minor Sparks, that's our new spark effect. Hopefully this ends up looking good. And then the only thing I have to do to make this work is to set it to the marker we made, which, let me double check the name. FX Major Sparks. Yeah, there we go. So we set it to that, and then boom. That would work, theoretically, but it's not actually attached to the vehicle yet. It does exist, and it would work if we put it on the vehicle, but first we do have to put it on the vehicle. And the easy way to do that is to find the major damage state, which is hooked up because I did everything right in Blender. And we can choose a looping effect here. And there, Minor Sparks. So now, theoretically, the sparks are on the vehicle. We shoot it a little bit, and then we shoot it a little bit more. Oh shoot, wait, that sparks effect, I saw it. I saw it there, but it was like a burst of sparks. It wasn't like a continuous output of sparks. You know what? We'll have to tweak the effect a little bit, because I'm sure there is like an effect for sparks that are like shooting out occasionally, but I have no way of hunting that effect down specifically. Hey, Rejected, is assembly basically the same as Gorilla? Yes, it is. However, the difference between it is that Gorilla works with everything. It has like a much more complete package, whereas if I were to open assembly, you wouldn't have stuff like, well, like this. See this curved graph? Assembly doesn't have more complex stuff like that. Excuse me. But more or less, yeah, assembly is Gorilla, but made by the community of Halo modders. Well, the big difference between Gorilla and assembly is that with the mod tools using Gorilla, you know, I'm technically in-game, but the map is not finally baked. Assembly lets you edit baked, finalized map files, whereas in here, I can change everything on the fly super easily. But assembly only works once you've actually built and published your map. Then you can modify it even further. That's the good thing about assembly, is that you don't have to reset everything, go back before you built the map. You have the full-on completed map fully editable. Hold on just a sec. I'm gonna turn my AC down real quick. Yo, Rejected, to this drone will be based off the Halo 3 OG She or ODST Banshee. It's more similar, I would say, in flight characteristics to the OG Banshee. Reason I say that is because it has a constant fly forward speed, because obviously as a jet, that's just kind of how it makes sense. I may give it a break though, so it kind of can reverse or stop. Excuse me. Assembly is mod tools for noobs, basically. I mean, yeah, assembly is a good place to start if you're not familiar with modding. But let me see here. So particle starting count. So the reason that this particle effect did a burst when it changed damage states instead of emitting constantly is because it was set to have an initial starting count of 8. And that's not actually what we want here. It was 8 to 15 particles will shoot out. However, we can make this event loop, right? And then we can give a delay on the spark so that it will delay, let's say, 1 second. So every 1 second now it should shoot out a burst of sparks, theoretically. I'll refresh this. Shoot up a bit. There we go. So now it loops and sparks are shooting out every second or so. Looks pretty good. It makes a cool sound too, listen to that. That's exactly what I wanted. That is exactly what I was looking for. It's a good little effect. Definitely makes you think this thing's pretty busted up. It's also shooting out in the right direction. Nice little touch. Looks good. Okay, now though, I want to add smoke to it. I want to add it so there is smoke coming out of this back like thruster engine thingy, and that should be pretty easy. And then also fire. Also fire. So I think... do I want to do fire or smoke first? I think the smoke will be easier and look better, easier. So I'll do smoke next. So the effect that I will probably want to grab is some scenery smoke. So I'm going to go back to the main tags directory and search for smoke. And we'll let everything kind of load out here, and I'll hunt down what I think will be a good smoke effect. Is Halo 3 easier to mod than Reach? Would be epic to see more Reach mods. Halo 3, I would say, overall, is less complicated to get into than modding Reach. But I will be doing Reach mods. That's the whole reason my dono goal at the bottom left is set something ridiculous, and why I made my entire Road to Reach roadmap, where I will get back into modding Reach. Finally, after all this time, even though Reach tools have been out for so long, I will eventually get to it when the Road to Reach is fulfilled. Alrighty. Now then, let's continue. So we have sounds. Okay, and then here, smoke, light, medium. I think smoke, light, medium might be the effect we're after here. So I'm going to grab this effect. I'm going to go back into the drones folder. And I'm going to make this minor smoke. Actually, yeah, minor smoke. And then I'm going to hook that up to... I'll hook that up to the minor damage state. So let me refresh this. So do move and rename and cancel. That'll refresh it. Now we can see minor smoke is right here. And this, I don't 100% know what this effect looks like, but I'm going to assume it looks good. I hope so. But we'll change the marker name. It was called marker before, and now it's going to be, what do I call it? FX smoke? Let's double check real quick. FX minor smoke. Okay. Yeah, that'll be the name, and then we go back in here, set that, and then we go into the drone alpha model. Hey yo, my Halo maps with those $15 dues. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What the hell? That's super kind of you. Thank you very much for that super chat. Much appreciated. I haven't seen you around, but I'm glad you're here. I hope you enjoy the streams. Alright, minor smoke. Let's see if this is any good. I feel like the smoke's probably going to be too large. Only one way to find out, though. By the way, my Halo maps, you didn't put a message. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to say for me to see, but... if you say something, I'll see it. Oh, here we go. Check it out. Smoke is now coming from the engine. Banged up a little bit. My question now is, do I add the sparks into this effect and then add even more stuff? Oh. Oh my god, wait. What if I keep it like this and then I put the sparks on this too, and then when you shoot it further, smoke then comes out of the other engine too, and this one turns to being on fire. Ooh, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I 100% think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, let me do that. And so do that really quick. I do have to jump back into Blender for just a second. So this minor smoke effect looks great and all, but I'm going to come over here and switch this to minor smoke 02. And then this marker I can reuse for a fire effect on the bigger damage state. Funny how you spend hours working on stuff like this only for people like me to take it for granted. Well, you know, I don't know about taking it for granted, but I mean, it's work, but I mean, I'm not out here just, I don't know. I don't know about taking it for granted. I'm just making stuff and having fun doing it, you know? Is there snow where you're at? Because there's so much snow where I'm at. I'm in Texas. I'm in Austin. And over here, it is very, very much, it's a little chilly. Alexa, what's the temperature outside? 71 degrees here, so it's not exactly, Alexa, stop. It's not exactly cold. I kind of dodged the winter storm by being so far south. Modding is fun. I can make a grappling hook in 4 probably. Yeah, modding is a shit ton of fun. Exactly, we wouldn't be doing this stuff if we didn't enjoy it. Listen, if you get her to ask my address, Ray, alright, you better send me some good stuff. Alright. Now then, I've added in the next marker for a fiery effect. But since I decided the smoke is going to be on the minor effect, where the sparks are coming out as well, what I'm going to do is merge these two effects together. And it's actually going to be relatively easy to do that. I'm going to change the name of minor sparks here. Actually, I'll keep it the same name, but I'll just do a basic merge with the effect. So what I need to do for this is I need to make a second location where there's something is going to happen on this effect. And it's going to be this one. Wait, wrong one. Let me switch these around so my brain is happy. So this is the spark effect. This is the one I'm going to add the smoke to. So to add the smoke to it, I add a new location where an effect happens. That's the minor smoke location. And then I go and I create a second event. This one is going to have a... You know, I'm going to duplicate this actually just to save Save time. So this effect's going to be called smoke. It's not going to have any delay. It's going to be a continuous output of an effect. So unlike the sparks, which has a 1 second delay between sparks coming out, the smoke is going to be continuous. So no delay whatsoever. Hello, hello, Nestor. But instead of it being spark sound playing or having any spark effects, I'm actually going to delete all of the particle systems relating to the sparks on the duplicated one, and I'm going to grab all the smoke particles and I'm going to replace them in here. So now I've actually dragged all the stuff over from smoke, or almost all. Did I? Yeah, so now smoke and the sparks are in the same effect, and I can do this, run events in parallel, and that makes it so the spark and smoke effects play at the same time instead of coming one after another in this list. So theoretically, whoops, didn't mean to hit that. Theoretically, if I shoot this a little bit now, smoke and sparks will come out. There we go. Let's see. Smoke is coming out of the back there. However, it doesn't look like sparks are coming out. Let's see. I'll do a double check on my work. For the spark effect, it's got the delay. It's got it set to the major sparks location. Same for these. They are set correctly. And... oh, you know what? I know why. It's because I didn't set up where the effect is supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen here. There we go. So now there's smoke and sparks coming out. Theoretically. Or not. Alright, let me double check my work again. So it was on the drone alpha model. Whenever it goes into the damaged state here, or major state, it's called minor sparks. I'm actually going to copy this and put it into here on the minor damage state. That's minor sparks, and I can close the smoke effect. So the sparks should now play here. I may actually have to separate these out into different effects, but we'll see. Okay, so the sparks do play correctly now. Unfortunately, it looks like the smoke is not playing correctly. So I'm going to copy the name from Blender, FX minor smoke. I go into here, double check I've got the name right. And then on the smoke effect, oh, that's why. It wasn't set correctly on the particles. Maybe that's gonna fix it? Doesn't look to be fixing it actually. If I had to guess, it's actually because the smoke itself... Rejected, do you think 343 will add Forge World back to Infinite eventually? Yeah, I mean, and they already are. I saw the leaks all around Twitter and on YouTube. Forge World is coming to Infinite. There's been tons and tons of leaks about it. I am making a map for Ultimate Forge right now, so I am mostly playing this as background noise. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty chill stream. You don't have to be on main screen, but you know, if you at least put me on your second monitor if you have one, I respect it. I respect it. Now let's see. The smoke is not coming out of here, but if I were to make it so... if this was 10 seconds long, would I ever see smoke come out, is my question. Oh, see, now the smoke comes out, but it's only going to come out for 10 seconds and then stop. So wait for it. Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong actually. Maybe it just needed to have a an actual duration. So that's good. The smoke is now coming out. It has enough of a lifetime to actually, like, spew. But what that means is I can remove the delay from the sparks and then just do this. And I can use the length of the smoke to actually be the spark delay itself. So I'll set it to 2 seconds. So we should see the spark still, but less often. And the smoke comes out. Looks great. That's exactly what I was going for. What does it look like while flying is my question. So you can see the smoke trailing. So the only complaint I have with this effect right now is that it does not emit based on speed. There's something in the Unity game engine called emit over distance, and it basically means when the particle is moving throughout the world, the particle system that's throwing the smoke out, depending on how far you fly, is going to create more smoke. So if you have a thick, billowy smoke and you fly really fast, instead of like separating out into little individual pieces, it kind of makes up for that difference. So I'm gonna see. I actually don't know if the Halo engine has that, but if it does, that would be pretty great. Emission radius, emission rate, particle lifespan, self-acceleration. This could be good, actually. Hey, yo! Demon of Song in the flesh. Thank you very, very fucking much for tipping $30.94 into the Road to Reach Fund. Much, much appreciated. Wait, what the fuck are you... What did you say? Thank you very much for that very, very generous tip. Bringing us up to 333. Much appreciated. Big Booty Mantis, yes or no? If yes, check DMs. If no, don't do that, I guess. Well, now I'm disturbed, but also curious, so I have to check my DMs. Oh my god, somebody actually made it. What the fuck? Why is this a thing, dude? Why did they do this? Who made this? Where do you even find this? What the fuck? Oh my god, that's so cursed. What the fuck? Ray, thank you also for tipping into the tip jar. Appreciate it. $1.01. You literally just can't let even numbers lie, can you? I could show it on stream. I could show it on stream because it's not safe for work. It's just disturbing. Wags fingers. Yeah. No even numbers allowed. You forget I'm a denizen of the internet. I can and will find anything. Listen, I've been on the internet for a long time too, okay? I'm not surprised. Just disappointed. Also, why is it actually good? Like, why is it high quality art as well? It's not like some low quality shitty Microsoft Paint drawing. Like it looks like somebody like went to a talented artist and they were like, I really need you. I'm going to commission you like $300 for this, okay? And then the artist was just like, oh, Jesus Christ, okay. Okay, I need to get this thing to move along with everything. So here's what's going to happen actually. So right now, the smoke emits based on the system age, okay? Theoretically, it's not worth it. I'm just going to leave it like this for now. I was going to see if I could speed it up based on a function of like how fast you're going with the engine speed, but I would have to rework the effect into its own separate thing, apply it as an attachment, then I would have to go into Blender and make it so the marker only appears on the damage state, and that's a lot of work that I don't know if it's really worth it just to make the smoke thicker while flying. So as it stands right now, it's okay, I suppose. Oh, that was a close one. I almost overshot. I gotta see if I can fly into the hangar. Oh! Damn, that was kind of sick. Still feels too subtle from an enemy perspective. Yeah, that was my goal of what I'm about to try, what I'm going to fix on it right now. Oh, that was sick. Did you guys see that? That was some Halo, that was like Master Chief crashing the Banshee at the end of the mall in Halo CE. This thing has so little health that when I hit the wall, it blows up. It's good for while it's lying on the ground, but if it's not lying on the ground, it's not so good. Alright. Not too hard of a fix, though. Not too hard. What I'll do is I'll increase the emission rate from 1 to 5 to 5 to 10. That's going to create a lot more smoke. A lot thicker, but because it's a lot thicker, I'm also going to increase... I think gravity is driving it. Yeah, gravity is here. I'm going to increase the gravity really substantially, and I hope that's not too bad looking. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad, actually. I think this is a kind of a smoke effect where if I look slightly... Okay, yeah, if I look away from the source, it stops rendering, so I need to fix that, or else it'll look weird. Particles continue as usual when off screen. That should fix it. Let's see, so I look away. Okay, they continue as usual when off screen, but... LOD always won? Maybe. No, that's not it. There's a special setting for this. I gotta find it. Inherit effect velocity. Oh, wait, that's what I wanted. Inherit effect velocity. That's exactly what I was looking for. I didn't realize it would be a marker. Or sorry, not a marker, a flag, though. Bella, thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate it. Can you show me a scarab real quick? That's an odd request coming from you, but sure, I can. Let me just check this effect real quick. Okay, the smoke is billowing out. It does disappear when I don't look at it, but does it inherit effect velocity and come launching forward with me? It does. That's exactly what I was hoping would happen. Desperately needs to have more smoke come out and not be such a blotchy, patchy mess, but that is the effect I was hoping for. It has been a long time after I donated all my money. What are you talking about? Oh shit. Oh wait, the sparks are in world space. Those need to be set to local. Hold on. They're like trailing behind the jet because of that. Yeah, I don't know why they're set to... Oh, I know why they're set to world, but for this case, I want them all set to local space so they don't go flying off. Or actually, I suppose they can be environmental spark orange. You know what? They can be in world space, but not the spark burst. Because that one needs to stay attached to the vehicle. Yeah, there we go. The sparks can go flying off if they want to, but... Inherit effect velocity. Hey, there we go. That's a good looking spark effect for something that's flying. That's looking good. Alright, let me go. I must show off the beauty, the grace of the Halo 2 Scarab. Gah! It's so nice. Have you ever seen such a beautiful creation? I mean, really. Halo reached cheap particles. Cheap particles are good for some cases. You know what I need to do for this scarab is I need to make it so when you get in, the mouth does that animation where it kind of like opens up a little bit, and then when you fire it goes even further. Oh, I love this thing. I should fix the model a little bit. There's a couple things I keep noticing about this, like the scuffed UVs here, which I could easily fix, but just haven't. Those bother me. I'll have to go fix that. Rostering the Halo 2 Scarab in 3? Yeah. Yeah. I love the Halo 2 Scarab. Alright, now to get back to this thing, I need that smoke to work a little bit better. Not gonna lie, the Scarab Custom is more impressive. You think so? I feel like that thing still needs so much work to be, like, impressive in my mind, because it's kinda... I don't know, it's pretty unfinished. I want to take a look at it, though, now. Now that you mention it, I do want to take a look at it, because it's been a while since I looked at the hybrid Scarab. It do be looking pretty good. It do be looking pretty good. Oh, that effect is nice. Oh my god, I forgot how the Steam effects are sick. It's pretty okay as far as like a Scarab goes, but it's not exactly like the most polished and impressive vehicle ever. It's like a total kit bash, relatively lazily made, but it's okay. It's cool though. I should do a stream where I work on this a bit more. I really like it. What is that? This is a custom Scarab I made a little while ago by like kit bashing together the Halo 2 and Halo 3 Scarabs. sound though. Oh my god, the Halo 2 Anniversary Scarab sound is so sick. Ah, okay. Yeah, maybe I do like this thing after all. It's the effects that sold me. I'll work on this again. Not today, but I'll work on it again sometime soon, because that thing is really fun. They're Ubermans with the $5. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It'd be dope to add the Signal Marines for the hangar like in CE with those glowing sticks for a little callback. That would be pretty sick, actually. I'm going to try to keep this map as light as possible on stuff that's placed down, because with all these vehicles that are so complex and with a potential of 8v8, it'll get really hectic really fast. But I think without there being tons of forge objects like Ultimate Forge, there isn't much of a worry of stuff despawning often. The main complaint I have with Ultimate Forge right now is vehicles that are bipeds, such as the Scarab here, often despawn when the map load gets too heavy. So if some playtests happen and there is no despawning of the Scarabs, I'll consider adding stuff like more AI characters, just kind of, you know, doing the little sticks and stuff. I'm actually fairly certain Marines like that might already exist in Halo 3 somewhere, but I'll have to double check to be sure. Is the Halo 2 Scarab done with Halo 3 assets? No, the Halo 2 Scarab is entirely Halo 2 assets, but for the textures, I used AI methods to upscale the textures. Actually, the textures were upscaled by Demon. I did my own, but he had a better AI that did a better job at upscaling the textures. And then I just took, I basically ripped the textures apart, ripped all the layers out of them, AI upscaled them, put them all back together, with Demon's help, actually. And then with the model, I went in and I basically did a really basic upscaling operation on the model where it added a ton more detail to the Halo 2 Scarab model, but I went through manually and retained all of the finer details so that they didn't get just turned into a blob. And then yeah, I ported over all the animations, did all the effects by hand, added all the sounds back, recreated all of like the light glow effects and stuff. And now it works pretty damn good. Could you make fake AI that just looks around? Yeah, no, 100%. That would be like a biped, basically, right? Like if you stand still as a player, you don't do anything. You're just like a body, and you could have those just sitting around. Okay, we're getting a little distracted. I'm gonna say smoke is okay for now. I'll keep it, but I'm gonna create another version. So this effect that we have where the sparks shoot out and the smoke comes out, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna duplicate it real quick. I'm gonna take that and duplicate it, and then I'm gonna use this for the major damage state. So what's gonna happen is, on the new one, the new effect, when I shoot this even further, this smoke effect, I'm actually going to switch it over to here, and then I'm going to add a fire effect right here. So the effect that's going to have when it happens in action is that this engine here is going to go from being smoking to being on fire, and then this other engine is going to have smoke start pouring out. And then fire is also going to, a small fiery thing is going to happen right here, right there, in this engine. And I think that'll look pretty good. So let's take care of that real quick. First things first, we take the effect that we already have, I think it's minor sparks, and we duplicate it, and this is going to be major damage, emotional damage. And take that. My goodness, my nose is running today. Hold on. I'm gonna go blow my nose really quickly, because I am being gross. 1 second. Okay. We're back. Let's do some fancy work super quickly. Is this Halo 69? Yeah, so this is Halo 6969. And so what you do is you shoot the bad alien and they die. Nose reveal when? What? Here's my full nose reveal, okay? Full nose reveal. There you go, exclusive content. Now you know. Alrighty. I'm going to add this effect onto the major damage for the drone, so when the drone takes major damage, it'll now use the new effect. Probably don't need that anymore, so I'm going to go ahead, switch over to here, and we're going to keep the sparks. I really like the sparks. As for the smoke, I'm going to be super clever and really super smart, I swear. And I'm going to move the smoke over to the other engine called Major Smoke 02, or Minor Smoke 02. And that's where those are going to come from. Oops, I think I messed it up on the other one. Now the smoke's going to move to the other engine, but it's going to look like the other engine starts to smoke. I know, crazy. Halo 64 was better. I think Halo DS is where the series peaked. So that's good. Now I'm going to go search for a fire effect, actually. Let's find some fire. Small fire. Somewhere in scenery effects, we can get like a nice small fire to put on here. So, there's the grizzly, sound. Scenery effects, fire small. I think fire small is what we're looking for here. I'm going to take this effect. I'm going to throw it into Gorilla, actually, because I'm not even going to copy it. There's really no need. And by throwing the fire effect into Gorilla here, what I can actually do is I can steal all the cool stuff from it. The particle systems, specifically. So, new event, which is going to be 1 second long, and I'm going to make the smoke also 1 second long. And the fire itself is going to take all of these particles, and it's going to just take them. I'm going to name this fire. And I'm going to put all the fire on the old smoke marker, so that where there used to be smoke, there's now going to be fire. So it should look pretty cool. Let's check it out. So here's the perfectly healthy wombat. Shoot it a little bit. Sparks start coming out, smoke starts coming out. We shoot a little bit more. And suddenly we have fire coming out of this engine here. Looks like a good looking fire particle, actually. Damn, I really like that. So then smoke starts coming out of here, fire's coming out of here. Honestly, it's making me realize this smoke particle does not need to be like... It doesn't need to be nearly this long lasting. Which is actually great, because what I can do with that is go into the smoke for both of these. So they probably last like a really long time, right? Like 2 to 3 seconds. I can make this like 0.5. I'll make it like 1 to 2 seconds max. Yeah, and then I'll up the emission rate from 5 per second to like 10 per second. So it should keep the same. And no, I'll up the density even further. That makes the smoke a lot more dense. Too dense, to be honest. Wait, actually, no, that lets me reduce the density. What am I saying? I get 2.5. Not bad, but it's also still lasting too long. The smoke doesn't need to come out that much. So I'll decrease the lifespan even further. Half a second to 1 second. Oh, right. There are 2 smoke systems. I almost forgot. I'll take the other smoke system as well and do the exact same thing to it. where the lifespan of it was 5 to 7 seconds. That's the one I need to be editing. And I will make it 1 to 3 seconds. And there we go. There's some smoke coming out of this engine now. Not too shabby. The good news about this, though, is I can actually increase how much smoke comes out by a little bit because there is less of it. So hopefully that doesn't look too bad. Oh, it looks pretty decent, actually. It's just a thick, heavy smoke. I'm cool with that. This fire does seem like it's a little bit weirdly positioned now, though. I might move it up a little. So the problem we're encountering here is the same one that we had before, where the fire's emitting from the back, and it looks a little bit funny. And the way I think I can fix that is by going into fire here. Thanos Fortnite hitting the gradient halo. Yeah, honestly true and real, and if I think about how real and true that is, that's actually pretty true and real. I'm gonna make all of these to inherit effect velocity. And that should make this look a little bit better and stick to the jet a bit more. Yeah. There we go. So the fire now sticks to the jet a little bit more. It looks a little bit more natural. Not perfectly, but better. Because if I'm boosting really fast, it means the fire itself is also sticking with the boost reasonably well. Not perfect, like I said, but it's decent. It's decent. However, it's making me realize that I really do want to move this effect marker up a little bit, because if I turn on the major damage state, I do want this to be like more centered on the engine like that, which still should look good in the minor. Yeah, it still looks like it'll be good in the minor damage state. So I'll re-export this out and import it into the game super quickly. I'll go back from my search results, go back into the drone folder and into the data folder here, grab my folders for that, and re-import the model. And then that, at some point here, make it look pretty good. Ow. Wait for it. It'll become perfectly healthy in a second. Any second now, I swear. I'm not crazy, I'm not crazy. There we go. So I shoot it, suddenly there's smoke coming out, which, while we're here, I'm going to fix that. All I have to do is edit the minor smoke effect a little bit. Can't find a single good tutorial for how to import custom weapons into Halo 3. I need an M16 in my Valhalla mod. I'm just throwing it out here for no reason. Well, it's a lot of work, because I've done a custom weapon. It's my first proper first-person weapon, and I can tell you it is a lot of custom animations, and there isn't actually a full detailed guide on how to do it. I had to ask around to some knowledgeable people because there were a couple of cases where there wasn't enough documentation to properly give me all the info I needed. I would highly recommend checking out asking around to some other people. I am not the most knowledgeable on it, but there is a good tutorial for first-person animations out there by Control-Alt-Destroy. Very helpful tutorial. That guy is very knowledgeable and skilled when it comes to making first-person animations. I will do 1 to 3 seconds on this one. Make the particle lifespan good, and then we can up the emission from to 5 to 10. And on the small smoke effect, we'll do the same thing, even though it's really subtle. Particle lifespan 0.5 to 1, and should be good. That didn't do anything because it was the wrong effect. Whoopsies. Let's try that one more time. This is major damage. I'm looking for minor sparks, which, oh, it's already open. So we go to the smoke section. We find the soft smoke large. And we change the particle lifespan to 1 to 3 seconds. And then we up this to 5 to 10. I think it's already at the right amount. And then we do the same thing like I just did a second ago to the small smoke effect in here. Get its lifespan to 0.5 to 1 second. The emission rate, I think I can up, I'll keep the emission rate. No, I won't, I lied. And then just to make sure that I've got everything set up right. Just to make sure. Ah, I didn't. Inherit effect velocity on both of these is very important. I mean, this thick billowing, okay, that's, that's too much smoke. That's literally just too much. Emission rate is 5 to 10. It's going to go back to 1 to 5 per second. That's better. Fly it and see how it looks. It's okay. It's an okay effect. Sparks coming off look decent as well. Now it's in a very damaged state. There's fire coming off of it. Smoke coming out of the other engine. The other thing I want to do, I think, is have smoke come out from the front of it over here. In fact, I could, instead of having smoke come out of the other engine, it might look more interesting to have smoke come out of this part right here. Let me try that. Make the cockpit glass shader a visor gold shader. I'm actually not sure if that would look very good, but it would also be difficult to do because the let me see. Cockpit glass, that one's easy. What is this shader? Oh, cockpit and cockpit glass. Yeah, actually that would technically be doable. They are set to separate shaders. Alright, there's a marker in here called FX Major Fire. That's what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is in the major damage effect, I'm going to rename the minor smoke 2, where the smoke is coming out, to FX Major Fire. And what that should do is, theoretically anyway, it was going to make it so the smoke came out of there. We just need to refresh. Oh yeah, there. Now this part of the engine has smoke coming out of it. And there's fire here. Yeah, this thing looks like it's pretty banged up. If I saw this in game, I'd be like, oh shit, okay, well, do I fuck with this or not? Because it's not looking too hot. Yeah, this looks pretty good. As far as idle damage effects go, I'm pretty happy with this. I like it. If I saw this in game, I would be a little bit worried. Looks good to me. I think the idle effects are done, for now anyway. Oops. Surprised it hasn't exploded yet. I know, I made this thing have like less health than a person. Probably dead now after falling that far. It's not! Holy shit. Incredible. Alright, now I need to get some very small explosions for when it transitions between the damage states. Nothing super fancy, just some relatively small explosives. So I'm going to go into the tags folder, and I'm actually just going to go directly to where these effects are. They're under scenery effects, and then we have explosions. I'm going to do human explosions small as a start here. Grab this effect, head back into the drone folder, and I will make this transition minor. And so this effect is supposed to now play. Let me drag it in here first to make sure that it's going to use the right marker, because I did a marker specifically for this called FX minor, and then FX major is for the major explosion. All right, so cool. Derp, thank you so much for tipping that $3 into the tip jar in the description. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I feel like the area with the spark should have a little bit of smoke in the heavy damage state. The area with the sparks, you know, it's actually not a bad idea. Sparks and smoke do go hand in hand. I'll try it. Location, actually that might be too much because there's already smoke coming out of the engine just nearby to it here. So it might end up looking like too much. Conundrum. We'll see. Hi, kitty cat. Hey. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Kitty cat, I haven't seen you all day. You want some attention, is that it? Of course you do. Of course you do. You little attention monster. What about a spark near one of the engines? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. You don't want sparks near the engines. It'll catch on fire and explode. That's so dangerous. Oh, right. Transition minor. Let's quickly set this to FX minor. And then to actually put it on the thing itself, all I have to do is go into the drones model where I have all the damage settings, and then under minor damage, where it changes the model to the minor model after a certain amount of damage, I do transition effects specific. I choose transition minor, and then I don't even have to specify a marker for it because it should already know where to go. And I hope this effect looks good, because I actually don't know. Let's see. So when I shoot it a little bit, it'll do a small explosion now, right around there. Not bad, actually. Though I'm going to move that marker up closer to the top, because right now, I was kind of expecting it to be a huge explosion, so I kind of shoved the position of the explosion inside of it. But I think what I'm going to do is actually drag it outside of it, like there. So it kind of goes boom, and then the whole thing shifts a bit, and I think I'll move it back toward the engine. Other than that, though, not bad. Put it to a JMS and throw it out there. Bella, thank you for the 2. Appreciate it. Can you check Discord, please? Okay, deal. Afraid to check, but I will check. My bad. Okay, now I know why you wanted the scarab image. I'm sold. If I could have a mini scarab, I would. I absolutely would. Anybody who doesn't want that, honestly, kind of has an issue. Why are you laughing? Is my pet? Your pet's goofy as hell. What do you mean? Alright, let's see. How does this one look? Nice. Something happens on the inside and the entire body shifts a little bit. Smoke starts coming out, sparks start coming out. Not bad, not bad. However, if I continue to shoot it, in my opinion, that's a death explosion. That should be triggering when this thing is dead and gone. So I will save that for when this thing is dead and gone. Instead of that, though, I'm going to need a slightly smaller explosion for transitioning to the major damage state. That said, I do like that explosion. I do. And because of that, I'm going to take this effect right here, transition major, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to put it, what was it, FX explosion? I'm going to put it into the dead damage state when it blows up. So now when it actually dies, it'll do that. So right now we're getting there. We shoot a little bit. It takes some damage, then we shoot a little bit more, and then I'll have some kind of explosion right there, which transitions into here, and then you finally shoot it a bunch more. Well, it was supposed to trigger. Apparently just didn't want to that time. Let's try that again. It's a little bit of an adjustment. And then a bit more. What? Buh! Work! You're supposed to do the thing. Which made my pet scarab cry? How does it cry? It has like an eye mouth. Probably dripping plasma rather than tears. You may want to get that checked out. Okay, why you are not working? What? What? What if I make it... Oh, it's so cheap to make it into a delay effect, but I'm just going to do that anyway. Alright, let's try this now. Whoops, did not mean to do the BRB screen. Alright, again, this happens, then it takes more damage, and then finally... What the fuck? Am I misspelling it or something? I don't think I'm misspelling it. Yeah, it literally didn't even change when I put that in there. What is happening? I'm scared. A refresh. Maybe it needs just a solid refresh. It does not. It's just truly not working. Clearly I've done something wrong here. Kills object. Bruh. I simply do not understand. I do not. There is a misunderstanding occurring here. The effect itself broken is the question. Whoops. FX explosion. Try that again. My brother in Christ. What the fuck? I bet it'll work if I make it not happen when it dies. What? Explain. Nothing makes sense anymore. Oh, and if I undo kills variant objects and kills objects, that's totally gonna make it work. And it's gonna play like 3 times. I'm tripping balls, dude. What is happening? I'm just refreshing the whole map. This is not making any sense. I refuse to be a part of this. I damn do something funny. Excuse me. I see what you're saying, Demon, and honestly, this is a good idea. I was gonna do that once for a meme mod that I never completed, and as much as I personally find it dumb, that makes it perfect. It's supposed to explode! I don't want to say anything for the fear of spoilers, because I like the idea, so let's just say I approve. Oh, it works! Why does that just work now? I don't get it. Oh. Gah. It just works. It just works. Alright, is it worth it? My question to you guys is it worth it to have it so when it explodes, it like splits down the middle here and the cockpit just kind of comes flying off a little bit? Because I feel like it should do something when it explodes rather than just stay in a very damaged state. Alright. In order to do that, it actually won't be too hard, all things considered. The way I'll do it is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to take the major damage state, the one where it's all really mangled up. I'm going to duplicate it, and this is going to be a destroyed drone. And then this is actually going to be in a brand new base map called Destroyed Hull. And the way I'm going to do this is carefully cutting through the model itself. So I think I already see a good way to do it. I'm going to cut through here. Like so. And then I'm going to cut through here. Like so. Almost there. Boom. Wait. Boom. I think I missed that on the other side as well. Yeah, there we go. And then I select all of the front, as much as I can anyway. Gotta be very careful here. I don't want to select too much. And also this top bit. I think that's everything. And I separate. There we go. Now the cockpit part is separated. It calls Gib. Alright, so I'm going to hide that for the time being. And what I need to do now is to fill in this hole. Oh, wait. Actually? Yeah, no, that's fine. Have a wing come off too? I could do that. Oh, hey, kitty cat. Meow. Alright, so I need to make the, I need to fill this hole in, because obviously if I just left this open and you could see through it, it would be weird as hell. So to do that, I'm just gonna slowly fill it in. Like that. And then continue doing the same all through here. Is there another thing here I'm not seeing? No, so I got that. Oh, it's just because, okay. Yeah, so I do that. And I grab all these, fill it in, do the same on the other side to make sure I'm not messing anything up here. I don't know, I probably messed something up already, but whatever, it doesn't need to be perfectly even. In fact, it's better if it's not even, because this is a destroyed section, which means the more destroyed segments and messy parts it has, the better. And not only did I just successfully fill it in, I guess I also have to fill in this section here. And this one here. That's an Ngon, but the triangle calculator will sort it out. Sent you the zip, which includes blend files, textures, and a usable Unity package. Bet. If it's got a humanoid rig that works in Unity, that means it'll work in Halo with minor adjustments. Alright, the good news here is that this is filled in. The bad news is that I am going to have to successfully mark sharps and then promptly go through and set it to have some extra faces that I can use to like manipulate around how everything here works. So most of this is, weirdly enough, marked sharp, but much of it is not. And for those who don't know, when you mark sharps, notice the shading on this. Kind of hard to tell, but look at the shading, the way it kind of weirdly shadows right here and then gets brighter. Mark sharp, boom. The shading becomes flat. Mostly. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab the knife tool. I'm going to cut all the way through the middle of all of these vertices. The reason I'm doing this is it'll let me play around with more mangling. There we go. So now what I could do is I could kind of grab and stretch and move these bits around to make it look like it's just been ripped off completely. Pull it in, pull it out, move it around. And then, now that I've kind of got it all figured out, I can go womp 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 womp. Go through, grab all these faces, and then do the same over here. Then I assign them all to the internal destroyed material. Not bad. Not an Ngon. Oh yeah. I'm real bad today. I'm going to stretch the bits all around the top here a little bit. Make them look a bit more destroyed. Turn on some proportional editing and stretch and warp a little. Really pull it, make it look a bit more erect. Rect, not erect, you pervert. Jesus Christ. Okay, that looks decent. That looks decent. So this will be the destroyed state for it. It should be set up. There we go, destroyed hole. Good, good. It's visually there, but it won't be in the physics model yet. What I will do is duplicate the destroyed drone, make a money sign, destroyed drone, and then that will be convex hold together, and this will be just the destroyed physics model for it. And I'll do the same thing for this, but with a money sign, or not the money sign, the @ sign. And that'll be the collision model for it. So we do have the front part, which we need to separate out into its own object and do a similar process with, where this part gets destroyed. But just for testing reasons, I'm gonna temporarily delete it and then export this out into game to make sure that this does in fact work. Rejected shotgun, how much you shard out that gun? More than I'd like to admit, man. My diet's not exactly the best thing in the whole world, I'll be real with you. Alright, let's get all this back in game. Hey, Rejected, what did I miss? Well, we're doing wombat damage states. And it's looking pretty damn good. Oh, wait, I didn't UV map them. It's gonna look terrible. Hold on, let me UV map these real quick. I am actually really dumb for not doing that. UV mapping is very, very important here. All right, let's do that. Yeah, they would have looked pretty strange having that as their UV map. That should be much better. Oh, whoops. Looks good. So now we save that, export to JMS, and we do it all over again. In the meantime, though, we can do the physics model. Oh, wait, I didn't delete the drone's head. Fuck. Can we please see the big booty mantis? I will not be gracing and blessing my stream with that incredible beauty. I'm sorry. I know it's really something so special. It's something so incredible. I will not be showing it, though. I'm so sorry to have to do this to you. Really, I'm torn up inside about it. Like, the fact that you guys seem to want it so bad, but I can't provide that for you. Really, it's just tearing me apart. I wish people donated for Reach the way they did for Minecraft. I guess there's not as many people who wanted Halo Reach as we thought. That was insane. That was a really insane day. It really, really was. Okay, it looks like we've got the thing in game. I'm gonna do one more thing real fast, which is to make a final damage state. But this one is called destroyed. And it is, as you might guess, the destroyed damage state. And then when we finally blow this thing up, when it hits the instant response, setting it to here. Hey, look at that! Duke tipped $25 toward the Road to Reach Fund. Thank you very, very much, Duke. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for being a cool dude. You're a real inspiration to me. Well, no problem, Duke. I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty average guy myself, but I really appreciate the kind words. I hope that anything I do inspires you to do something even better. I hope whatever you're working on is pink. Yeah, that Duke, I do hope you enjoy. I'm grateful for your kind words. Hey, that's my brother in chat. Cheap dish soap. Oh, my brother, I am still in the cornfields, my brother. It's getting cold, I'm getting weak, I fear I may never see the sun again. Why won't you save me? Listen, man, if Avery and Bella are holding you hostage right now, just blink twice, okay? Blink twice if they're holding you hostage. Hey! Oh my god, that looks terrible. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do now. You're in the jaws of hell itself. He's fine. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure he's totally fine. Completely, actually. Very fine. Okay, mark seams. Seams marked. Select. Oops. Select. I seam. Select, select. 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 Unwrap. Okay. Okay, not bad. I did that on the... I did that on the collision model. Okay, this is now just the regular... Oh my god, you guys can't see. How long was I staring into that Spartan's head for? I got so distracted. I basically just marked a bunch of seams. How about this? If you get us to the next goal in the road to reach, I'll post the Big Booty Mantis in the Dank Memes channel of the Discord. How about this? If we get it, I'll put Big Booty Mantis on screen, okay? If we actually hit it this stream, I'll do it. That's my promise to you. Alright, let's see if I got this UV map looking half decent. Is the UV map good? What are the milestones? Well, let me show you with this fancy little graphic. Road to reach! So we already hit the cursed mod, aka the meme stream, where it's gonna be like a whole ass meme stream that we're gonna do, just curse shit, poop limo, Among Us, and some other plans actually that Demon contributed to that I am disappointed about, but will be fucking hilarious. Then of course I'll make a Halo Reach space battle mod with big ass ships. It'll be really sick. Then I'll remake Extinction in Halo Reach, the classic Extinction, but also hybrid with the new one that I've been modeling, and I know Skaboodley's been participating in. I'm sure he'd be happy to see that in Reach with the better vehicles. And then, finally, at the final one, I'll redesign my stream to be Halo Reach themed, just like this graphic is. And it'll look very sick. So instead of the BRB screen looking like this, it'll be more Reach themed, which will look pretty damn cool. But yeah, space battling mod is going to be a really fun one. There is no good space battling mod in Reach right now, unfortunately. But there will be. Wait, what? Oh wait, that's right, I forgot to remove the headpiece. Ah, but the internals look good now. Sweet. Okay, cool. I do want to destroy the gib though, and re-export that. It's re-exporting. Let's go. It's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading. Kind of prefer the current design. Well, it's not like we're going to lose the current design. I can always switch back to it if I so choose, but... It will be a fancy new design. Oh, let me save the gib. There we go. It's almost done loading. Okay, let's see. This is the destroyed wombat minus the like the cockpit flying off. All right, here we go. And then there will be a mini explosion there, and then finally, wombat's dead. R.I.P. a real one. Not bad, alright, not bad. That's a full-on wombat blown up. And I could even mangle this back part a bit more if I chose to. That looks pretty good. Yeah, wait till the cockpit's a separate object too. That'll be fun. But that's really cool, alright? Progress. Progress. However, in order to make more progress, I need to take this cockpit and make it a separate object. I'm gonna do that. Then it'll be... I'll save this as a new file called... I'll make a new folder actually. Drone Gib. This will be called Drone Gib. Saved. And then I'm gonna delete everything that is not the Gib itself. Or the armature. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it manually. Deleted. And this Gib here. I'm actually gonna delete the landing gear off of it because it's just a bit of extra work. I'm not feeling it, so there. And then the armature itself, I'm gonna make just have the B ped. Oh my god. I'm gonna delete the landing gear bone from it because we don't need it for this. That should be fine. Now I just need to close this up. Basically the exact same process that we did for the other half of it, but now I'm gonna do it here. Pretty straightforward stuff. Boom, boom, just making new faces. Boom, 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 boom. Easy peasy. Take that, and that. And we do the same thing over here. Bing, bang, boom. I'm not sure where I messed up on the other one, but somewhere. Oh, here I think. Looks good. I do need to cut through it though now, where I go through the middle of all of these to add some more detail to this destruction part. It's a dirty, messy cut through here. Like so. There we go, nice little bit of extra detail. Then I need to add sharps around the edges of it so the shading looks nice. All throughout. Anywhere there's not already sharps, that is. Then we clear or mark sharps. There we go. The shading looks nice on it now. Couldn't you mangle the landing gear around the body? Yeah, no, I could, but I'm just... whatever. Nobody'll ever know. They'll never know. Green's trying to get me to stop being horny, but that's like my MO. Well, I mean, I didn't know that, but I guess now I do. Wait, what? Oh. How does that look? You're gonna blow off the dome and fill the cockpit with fire, right? I could, I suppose. Derp, thank you so much for the $3 tip into the tip jar. Appreciate it. There should be a little explosion when the landing gear disappears. That's doable. We'll see how it looks, and if I feel like that's worthwhile, I'll do it. I don't want to add too much detail on this because we're nearly done with it now, and it's already taken us like 2 hours of the stream to finish these damage states, but it looks good. I'll absolutely do it. No questions asked. Alright, that should be decent enough for the cockpit. Maybe I can mangle it just a touch more than it already was. It is like a completely destroyed section after all. Alright, there we go. Not bad, not bad. Now I need to set this to the material and then I can throw it in game. So I go boom boom, boom 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 boom, boom, and then I do triangulate. And I set it to the destroyed material. Dipping out to play some COD Zombies. We'll have some fun, man. Sounds like you've been having a blast with that. See you around. Oh shoot, wait, I gotta UV map these. That was the mistake I made last time. I select all the edges going all the way, whoops, all the way around this thingy. And then I also select these edges. And then I mark seams. And then I almost forgot this. It'd be bad if I did. I select these. And then this. And then I triangulate faces. And then I assign them to longsword burn as well. I also select this section here. This section here and this section here. And I UV map them like that. Doesn't have to be pretty. In fact, it's better if it's not, so that's gonna be okay. Save it, then I just need to make a physics model for it. And then I need a collision model for it. And let's just make sure the collision model is half decent. Actually, to make sure that it is, I'm gonna delete this part from the collision model. And then do convex hull. Yeah, perfect, that'll do. And then I will do, just in case that I want to add something, I'm gonna add a little marker to it. I'll add a marker like probably around where the destroyed section is. Like that. Rotate it backwards so it can point outwards. Like that. And then I'll call it FX dead and put it onto the armature. Cool. Should be good. Now I'll export this out as a JMS, Halo 3 render model into drone gib and call it, you might not guess it, but drone gib. Then I need to make a new folder so that we can have this as a separate object. Now I'm just listening to this as white noise. What if I make a really loud noise right now? What if I just screamed into my microphone? How would you feel about that? Would that make you happy? Gibbs. Now I get to run a new command. This one is drone alpha slash Gibbs. Yeah. Okay, cool. I should already have the materials set up. That wouldn't make me happy. Yeah, but what if that makes me happy? Have you ever considered that? What if that brings me intense joy beyond anything you thought possible? How come nobody ever thinks about what I want? What if I just want to scare the shit out of somebody and make them really horribly terrified? I'd be happy to do it. No, see, now I'm going to do it when you don't expect it. Alright, objects. I'm going to copy one of the ultimate forge objects. Such as, but not limited to, boulder small. Oh, it's almost time to get this thing in the game. Oh! Let's hook it up. Bulk import, here we go. Save some time hooking it up. Actually, we're going to save no time. This is going to take longer, but it's easier on me. Hell yeah. Hello, kitty cat. Hello. Okay. Got the model fully imported. Everything's hooked up. That looks wonderful. We'll set it to have a really long distance from where you can't see it anymore. I don't think the quality or the missile still need a tweak or two to meet RS quality. I agree, actually. Weapons are something that need an adjustment on this majorly. Just using the basic Hornet effects for the weapons is not great. Alright, the drone fighter is in though. It is in. Let's give the cockpits a brittle glass material. We'll give the illumination part hard metal thick human. And I'll put that for just about everything else on here. Except for the glass, which will be glass. And the destroyed bit will also be that. Cool. Now that that's set, Roll Call's one of the best songs from Halo 3's OST. It is a bit heartbreaking. Most of the songs, I know people often will hear, they will hear video game music and roll their eyes, but really, it's quite lovely, oftentimes. Alright, I'm going to copy an effect from the Pelican for destruction, where it transitions to being destroyed. Drone Alpha effects, transition destroyed, and the effect, instead of where it used to spawn in a bunch of stuff for the Pelican being destroyed, it's going to spawn in. That's not what I meant to do. It's going to spawn in the drone part. I know this has been a relatively boring part for the last like 15 minutes while I've been setting up this destroyed stuff, but I promise that it's all about to be worth it. We give it a slight velocity. We'll do like 0 to 1 units per second, and a slight angular velocity of 0 to 30 units per second. Okay, let's see how it looks. Oh wait, almost forgot. No, I didn't. I actually did not forget. Everything's set up. Let's see how it looks. Did I actually manage to do all of that without checking my work? Let's see. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I did. Nice. I want to make it fly off a bit more though. Nice. Nice, dude. The drone has damage states. So the last thing I actually need to do though is I want to put a little bit of like fire coming from right here, and there's we need to pick a slightly small explosion for when it transitions to the medium state. So just last two things. Literally the last two things, then I'm just going to call it done with all the drone's destruction effects. So let me do that really fast, and then we'll literally call it a day. So FX explosion, I'm going to duplicate it, call it FX destroyed smoke. It'll probably be fire, but whatever. Names. I'll put it right there in the center. We'll export this back into the game super quickly. Halo 3 with directories as a render model. Finish loading, please. I just want to be done with these. Alright, now we re-import the render model. While that's going in the background, I'm going to hunt down a decent explosion effect for the medium damage state, which should be very easy. All I have to do is go into the tags folder, go to effects, scenery effects, and I actually think the medium human explosion will be perfect for this, so I'm just going to take that effect and put it into the drone folder. And this will be transition major 2. And then I'll delete the original, put this here, transition major. And easy enough, I can put this into, oh shit, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Undo. Transition destroyed. What? Huh, when did I do that? 9:07 p.m.? I don't even remember doing that. I'm not going to touch any of that now, and instead I'm just going to use transition major 2 as the specific and generic effects. And it's going to occur on the marker that I made called FX major, which I'll do here. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. That's not even going to happen. I'm just going to... I lied. That's exactly what's going to happen. You should do a poll in general to see if people are willing to sacrifice forge maps for an update. I may do that. In fact, I may do that. I've been very tempted to do a huge overhaul to Ultimate Forge. I noticed there were some issues. Like at some point the water shader got messed up and there isn't even the foam effect that I did on the water. I want to redo the terrain, which wouldn't even take all that long. It'd take like a day at max. So yeah, there's definitely some things I want to do. So the last thing I need is smoke. So I'm going to go to the destroyed state, go to the looping effect, and put the minor smoke effect on there because I don't think... Yeah, so minor smoke effect. And the minor smoke effect is going to get transitioned over to the new marker, which is FX destroyed. I think it's done. I think we did it. Let's try it out. Water medium is huge. Yeah, there's going to need to be some major changes. I am ready to rebuild Colossal Canyon is forever. I'm tempted to do a major Ultimate Forge update, but we'll see. Whoa, that went flying off. Damn. Bit too hard if you ask me. Nice, though. That worked great. I will double check everything in a second. Last thing I want to do is go to the transition destroyed effect. This is the part that causes the cockpit to appear and fly off. I'm going to make it so the velocity bounds is 2.5 max. So it will not fly off at like an insane speed anymore. Nice, dude. Nice. I'm going to add a bit more onto that roll, though. Hopefully not too much, though. I'll blow it up a couple times to test. Excuse me. Cat and mouse takes 5 minutes to remake. Oh, for your sake, I am glad. Okay, no smoke is coming out of right there, which is not promising. Oh, that's because the marker I set it as does not exist. I will fix that real quick. On the smoke effect, I will rename the marker the proper name. iCat. And then refresh. And again. There we go. However, I can edit that smoke now so that it lasts longer. And I'm going to do exactly that. Very quick and easy fix. I'm just going to make the lifespan 1 to 3 seconds. Instead, I'll make it like 5 to 9 seconds. And then on the small smoke, I will make its emission lifespan 2 to 3 seconds. I think these are the original values. I'd have to check earlier in the stream, but I'm fairly certain. Okay, let's see. And now there's smoke pouring out of that little area there. Not too shabby. And while I say not too shabby, I'm now disappointed because it definitely needs to be fire. Tags. FX. Scenery FX. Fire. Fire medium. And that will be destroyed. When is the trailer coming out? Hopefully the next couple of days. Later on today or tonight when I end the stream, I'm just gonna focus entirely on editing the video. Because I haven't been putting enough time into it lately. I'm making it look really good, but not good enough and not fast enough. Okay, now this should look good. It's already out, just watch the game night live streams. That's so true. No, don't watch the game night live streams. I don't make money off of those. Stop it. Stop it. My YouTube revenue. Please, no. FX destroyed smoke is set. That is where everything should go to. Duration. Oh, right. It's not looping, I would assume. Okay, that should be good now. Once more, we reset. Okay, still not working for some reason. Let's double check this again. Everything is set to the correct marker, which is good. Excuse me, my goodness, I got a runny nose. I've been staying up too late recently and got sick. Remove the burn effect. Make sure this is in the area correctly. It looks like it is. Destroyed effect. The duration, it should be 10 seconds, I guess. Have it set to run events in parallel, not that it needs it. And then loop start event is correct. Cat, why are you licking my pocket? Are you good? There we go. Much better. Let's see, does it turn off after 10 seconds though, or does it loop like it's supposed to? I think it's good. Boom. We call it. Bro got spaghetti in his pocket. Holy fuck, that's an old reference. It survived? Did it even take damage? Bruh, there is something wrong if it survived that. Huh? How much? What? What? Here's some whack-ass damage interactions. I think maybe it just does a ton of damage to whatever it touches, not so much AoE damage. Nope, this thing just has a disturbing amount of health. Maybe it's the material names. The drone fighter cockpit will use hard, metal, thick, human. No, that's not right, but whatever, close enough. And then this will use brittle, glass, human. Excuse me. And then I'll make the indirect material, not the Pelican. I think it's because its indirect material was set to the Pelican, which takes like almost no damage, because it's supposed to be an indestructible vehicle. Let's see if that fixed it. Bruh. Okay, it did a lot more damage that time, but not nearly enough. And I am concerned. I'm going to give it its maximum HP, the amount of HP it's supposed to normally have in-game, and I'm going to set its materials correctly, and for a tiny drone, hey, it's a jet fighter now, it's a jet fighter. Okay, it did a ton of damage, but not like what I expected. It takes 2 to take out a jet, apparently. Surprised. Okay, that's, I guess, good. And then this one's kind of damaged from that. You can hear the sparks. Not enough. More. Okay, we have satisfying jet damage states. Wombat damage states. Should take 1 to take out a jet, I agree, but I think because of how the health system works, that is not going to happen. I think I fixed it, so now when I set the health really low, to like when I was testing it, I have to refresh, hold on. I set the health, if I set the health really low. What the hell? Damn, after setting the material to metal, it takes way less damage. Okay, I'm reducing the health of this thing to 300. It should one-shot it now, because right before it had Scorpion's health, which is kind of insane. I'll give it this much health. That still didn't one-shot it. Here's the plan. New plan. It's gonna have very similar health to the Hornet. That's the new plan. Object, vehicles, Hornet, Hornet, Hornet. Where are you? I'm blind. There you are. So that uses hard metal thick human Hornet for most stuff. And in here, it does the same thing. Please tell me that fixes things. Bruh. How much damage does the Hornet, or how much health does the Hornet have? It has more health than this. Whatever, good enough. I mean, it really shouldn't survive that, but still. Should be weaker than a Hornet. I mean, if I set its health to 250, it should get one shot. But no, it won't actually for whatever reason, but it should. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. It's good enough. Nice. And just like that, we have damage states and full effects. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come a long way. Bullets don't do much, but explosions sure do. Let's throw an explosion right there and see how it reacts. Not looking so hot. Let's just throw a C4 in there for fun. I'd say we've done pretty good. We need custom enter text? Ah, you're right, we do. Let me do that real quick. Easy peasy. Data, UI, HUD messages. Hold on, let me go in game and set it so that when we're in there. Okay, close enough. Alright, so Grizzly enter. I'll copy that, and we need the flip message so you can flip it over to pilot Wombat. And then to flip Wombat. Do I make a boarding seat for this? It'd be kind of cool if you could hijack this thing. I think I'll do a boarding seat. I'll do board Wombat. Then we do tool strings UI slash HUD messages. And then we go into Gorilla. We go into the vehicle itself. That's the Hornet. You know, I'll keep the Hornet open so I can do a board seat, actually. We need custom end. Oh yeah, I just read that there. Oh wait, I'm actually really dumb for that. Wombat enter driver. Wombat. Board. Wombat flip. Then we rerun the string command, and then, yeah, that's much better. Looks like the boarding seat is more or less set up. I just need to set the animation for it to be the Hornet one, and it'll probably look better. Flip message is Wombat flip. And the board message is Wombat board. That is right? Yeah. And then, last but not least, the animation switches from Banshee boarding animation to Hornet board driver left. Driver and driver enter. So theoretically, somebody could board this now. And when we get up, oh, theoretically when we get up close to it, hold E to pilot Wombat. Or if we're on Xbox, hold RB to pilot Wombat. Run into a wall quickly. I died. Which is good, actually. I should have died for hitting the wall. It didn't blow up instantly, though, which is cool. I just took so much damage that I did. What? Wait a minute. It can die but not switch to the final damage state. That's not good. Time to fix that. Drone alpha model. As one checkbox I forgot to check, which is takes full damage when object dies. That should theoretically fix it. I'll have to rework the damage states a little bit, I'm sure, because I'm really bad at making them effectively, but you never know. There we go. Better. Now you can slam into walls like a total idiot. A super high speed jet. And inevitably, what's going to happen on this mod at some point? Somebody is going to be like, oh man, there's a warthog down there. there's a warthog down there. Watch this. One. Oh, it's right there. No way. No way. Oh, I'm gonna totally get it. And they're just gonna slam into a tree. Like a total doofus. Science. This map is badass. It is, and I love it. Nice wombat wreckage, thank you. We finally finished the damage states for the wombat. It only took 2.5 hours. Well, it probably took like 4 hours total, to be honest, because I did a lot of it yesterday as well. So we got all the effects and all of the gibs and stuff done today. For yesterday, we just did the basic modeling for it. Okay, well now it just blows up properly, doesn't it? You had a first-person co-pilot seat. Oh yeah, so the longsword needs a bunch more seats now. I haven't decided entirely how I want to do it, but I am going to be adding more seats to the longsword. I do like the way the co-pilot seat worked for JS's Vulture, so I'm going to probably do that. And I think I need to make the longsword, first of all, while I'm already messing with the longsword, I'm going to edit the driver's seat so that you have to be a bit closer to get to it. Because right now you can kind of enter the driver's seat from a long ways away. And I noticed if you poke your head and like jump up on the ramp, you can still get in it from like a distance, which is not ideal. Where is it? Oh, there. I think I'm just going to have to move that marker forward, like, toward the seat. Because right now it's kind of, like, back here. That explains, actually, why that happens. I gave myself a cold by working too much. Lovely. Too many all-nighters working on this mod is not ideal. Not ideal. Okay, now I can get through there, but the problem is, can I still jump up here and get it? It kind of looks like I fixed it. I'll still probably, oh no, I can still get in from here. I'll make sure that doesn't happen during the final release of this. Someone else made a seat where the passenger is standing and typing on the consoles in the cockpit. I'm going to do that too, because the original longsword had that, and if somebody's boosting around at like insane high speeds in this thing, there is no shot that you're gonna survive. Even though it has scarab physics so you can stand in it, someone does this, you're dead as fuck. No way around it. We get the beautiful nukes still. You can get in the Pelican, for example, from the outside. Yeah, and I don't mind that. You could... Co-pilot should have nuke control? Should put neon lights surrounding the holes of the hangars, one with red and one with blue. It's actually a pretty good idea. I was thinking of different ways to mark out the colors. And I was also thinking it would be cool if I changed the textures for the blue base to not have red lines. Because by default it's red because it's like caution tape, but since it's like a red versus blue map, having a blue base and a red base signified would be nice. I mean, I know because I've been on the map for a while that red base is in the sun while blue base is in the shadow, but it would be nicer to just have it more obvious, generally speaking. But yeah, also having lights on the outside would be nice. I think the original Huge Ass had them as little, like, placed down light objects. But yeah, placing down colored team lights would be nice. My hangar is actually more barren than the original Huge Ass's hangar because the creator Tiamat or Ender, whoever, placed down like little lights and objects all around here, which I have not done. And it would be nice if I did do that. Quite tempted to as well. We need more vehicle props in Ultimate Forge. Yeah, Ultimate Forge is gonna get like some props like that. More ships to place down, big ships that is, cruisers, Covenant, capital ships, etc., as well as probably some Pelicans and stuff. You've been saying that quite often, Charles, and you know, as much as you have been saying it often, you're also pretty right about it. Not gonna lie, JS's Vulture is so badass. I know. I mean, it's by far like the most hype vehicle in the mod. Everybody loves it. Everybody tries to find an excuse to place it in their maps. It's just excellent work. Don't forget your coffee. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make some more coffee right now, actually. We are at a good place for me to take a short intermission. Oops. Look at that view. A hangar bay with some badass little jets. Cool effects. I'll touch up their weapons after I come back in a few minutes with coffee. I will also do some work on the longsword, I think. I think it's about time to do longsword damage states. That'd be cool. Multi-crew vehicles have a charm of their own. I agree. And the longsword would make for a good multi-crew vehicle, I'll say that much. I may also edit the Pelican a bit while I'm here to make it so you can walk into the like the cockpit area. I think that would be pretty cool. This shows how lazy I am. If I imported a hangar and wanted to change all the textures, I'd keep it as CE textures in a Halo 3 texture map. That's not more lazy. That's not, yeah, that's not more lazy. You'd have to import all the bitmaps and then redo the shaders to match when you could just use an existing Halo 3 shader like I did. Well, I guess this is technically an ODST shader that I had to manually edit, but it looks a lot like the original. Anyway, I'm gonna make myself some coffee and grab a quick snack. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Oh, don't go anywhere. See you in a sec. Well, I didn't want to take too much time and make food while I was streaming, so I decided to grab a quick, healthy snack instead to munch on while I'm modding. Something just nice and healthy, you know, nothing too crazy. Wait, so that's a altered drone designed to be a saber? Sort of. It's made by Bungie, not me. This is the Halo 3 ODST drone is the original model. But this model was pulled from a Halo Reach Alpha build that was found, I think, on a 360 editing kit. It was made for Halo Reach. Bungie instead made the Saber, but during Halo Reach's Alpha, they made this. It's a space fighter that was kind of created off of the Wombat's model. And the reason I like it so much, and it's so perfect for this mod, is because with some adjustments, some effects, some damage states, and some weapons, it becomes a really good jet fighter, which is pretty sweet. So sad that it was cut. Makes me happy you're at least bringing it to life. Yeah. Yeah. Given, I don't know what the effects and stuff looked like in the Halo Reach Alpha. I don't actually have the Reach Alpha myself, nor the means to play it. But I thankfully do know people who do, and are really smart and have managed to rip the models from the Reach Alpha, and they have made their way into my hands. And so, I've turned it into a full-on vehicle, which is pretty sweet. And now it works pretty great. Wombat wheel looks good. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I admittedly didn't make the wheel, I just edited it. It was from the Halo 2 Anniversary Gmod model of the oh my god, the longsword. Ow. You know, now that I have this in game, I should probably make it so the wheel comes out when you get close to the ground. But yeah, this is a pretty great vehicle. Is a Halo dealer. I do. Ideally, I would model an entire cockpit to put in here, and then have it so the entire canopy opens. But, damn, that's a lot of effort, and I want to release this mod soon, so, you know, this works decently enough. Maybe replace some trees with a different, bigger model. Not a bad idea, for sure. Would add some variety. But you know what? If Bungie can get away with reusing the same tree over and over, I can too. Also, that's a lot of work. I'm lazy. By lazy, I mean I really, really want to stick to my time schedule as closely as possible and just release this mod already. Some bushes, though. That's a good idea. This map could use some bushes. The tree size is varied, for the record. There's small trees and big trees of all different sizes. No tree is the same size. I'm afraid there will be no boarding of the Pelican. Wouldn't make very much sense. However, you can board this thing, which is cool. I do need to add a structure here. Like I said, I'll do that off stream once I find the right structure for it. I was talking to my brother about that not too long ago. But I'm still having trouble deciding. Oh shit. Oh, I died. So close. Almost made it into the hangar. Not quite though. Rest in peace, the wombat. You were a real one. The maw colorized? Yeah, that was actually really, really accurate to the maw. Alright, let's recreate the maw cutscene with our new damage states. The maw, but the chief actually just fucking dies. Girl, I know you just want my food. I know you just want this. I know it. I'm aware. I'm not silly. I'm not stupid. These cookies do go kind of hard though. I don't blame my cat for trying to get to them. Is that Mother's? Yeah. It's the animal, circus animal cookies. My childhood. All Mother's cookies go hard. Same bag style as the cat treats? No, the cat treats I have for my cats come in a plastic bin. They're really just hungry. Which is funny, because I feed you twice a day! And you have free access to delicious, expensive, well, middle tier cat food. Treat my cats right. If you add the tree to the forge menu, will it make the base trees deletable? No, the base trees are not at all related to forge objects. They are just full-on map objects, baked into the map wholeheartedly. And for now, I don't have any plans to change that because these trees cast beautiful shadows all around the map. And if I turn these into forge objects, the trees would not cast shadows. Also, for the record, these trees will have more detailed shadows in the final map. When I do the final light bake, the shadows on the whole map will look much better. But unfortunately, for right now, they don't look that great because I had to bake at medium lighting quality on a 2K light map texture. For the final map, it's probably going to take like 12 hours to light bake because I'm going to do super quality on a 4K texture. So it's going to be quadruple the resolution, and it will do way more light bounces, so there won't be any of the splotchiness, and the splotches, were there to be any, would be like way more detailed. Is that tree floating? No, there's no floating trees. Sometimes the shadows are just off a bit, so it looks like they're floating because it's really low quality shadows, but I was very careful and ensured that every single tree is quite comfortably planted in the ground. That being said though, I am not going to do final light baking until like right before the map releases because it takes so goddamn long, and anytime I edit the map at all, it loses all the lighting data, sadly. One thing I do need to fix though, which is on my mind right now, is this entire structure on the blue base side got scuffed up a bit on the map import. I'll have to adjust the portals so that it has more detail. But somewhere on this structure, there's an open edge, and that's making it so that it doesn't have any collision. It's a bit strange because it's an exact copy of the structure on the other side of the map, which ended up not having any collision issues and works perfectly. Oh shit. The grav lift? Grav lift does nothing to the Pelican, it's actually just enormous. Could the ground texture be rotated randomly to look organic? Not really. I did the best that I could in Halo 3's texturing or shader engine with the grass, which is where you have this big grass overlay. You can kind of see it's got these light green lines going through it. It's scaled up really big. And then as you get closer, you notice that there's a second level of detail underneath that where you have these tiled textures of grass. And unfortunately, there's no shader I'm aware of in Halo 3 that allows for like quadruple rotated faded textures into each other, which would be really nice if that was the thing, but unfortunately it is not. Reach's Ultimate Forge is going to be insane. The engine is like 3 times better than 3's. Yeah, I'm putting everything into extinction whenever I get to Reach. If we do hit that goal for the road to Reach, I will 100% be doing that, because while we do have community vehicle vote coming up next as the next goal, which is going to be really fun because obviously you guys get to choose for me to put my all into a vehicle of your choice. Extinction comes at 1500 after the space battle mod, and that is going to be pretty exciting. Holy crap, dude, you're still live? I've only been live for like 3 hours. It's not that crazy. Is Extinction really any different to Ultimate Forge? Well, it's going to be in Halo Reach for one, so that'll be a massive difference. But as far as how different it's going to be, there will be similarities to Ultimate Forge in the way that there's going to be like placeable AI and there's going to be big terrain forge pieces. But it's going to be really different because everything is going to be in Reach, which opens up tons of possibilities, and everything will look much more detailed and Reach-esque. Extinction, I definitely more competitive multiplayer base. Yeah, it's gonna be more of like a map like Huge Ass, where it's not just a giant forge palette, but it's got like stuff on it. Stuff to do. Lots of vehicles and large scale. Yeah, exactly. That's my favorite thing. And while I will make smaller maps at some point, large vehicles and large scale is my thing. I love it. Now, I could work on the longsword a little bit, but I will admit I'm also tempted to work on the water. Water could use some love. Also, the water doesn't even work still. I was having trouble getting it to work. But yeah, the foam. The foam looks weird. It's very uniform, and you can tell very clearly that I was in Photoshop and just like went around and brushed on it. I think what I'm going to do instead is actually paint it in Blender. I never do Blender stuff, but I looked and I saw Cashier on Twitter was doing some terrain for her Halo CE Evolved mod. Or Halo CE 3 Evolved or whatever. I forget the actual name. I apologize. But yeah, she was painting in Blender and it looked great. It looked really great. And I was like, damn. Damn. I should be doing that. Reach has underwater screen effects. Hey, Halo 3 does too. Halo 3 does too. The water's just not working right now. It's not being recognized as water. It's only visually water. Will you make the water shallow? Yeah, what I'm likely going to do is instead of making it this huge, huge basin, is I'm going to grab everything and I'm going to pull it up. And if all goes well, then the water will be as shallow as possible. And if that doesn't end up working or being easy for whatever reason and I'm just too lazy to do it, I'm going to put a kill barrier when you get deep enough in here. So that way you don't go into the deep water. And then instead of being a lake that just kind of exists, it's an extremely dangerous place that you have to watch out for. Which is kind of cool. That being said, I fucking hate how this looks. It's disgusting. Nothing about this looks natural. And I'm mad. Real mad. Wait a minute. This isn't even using the right texture. Hold on. I know it looks bad, but I did make a slightly better one, and it looks better than this. I'm just realizing I must have messed it up when I was really tired one day and I assigned it to the wrong thing. This is what the water shader looks like. So the global shape is fine or whatever. Foam texture, no. Huge ass multi-channel. I think it's supposed to be huge ass multi-channel 2. Okay, that's a little bit more. Okay, it looks weird because the resolution's kind of low, but that's technically a bit better. That looks less horrible, but still not great. Looks decent from ground level, I suppose. I need to take a look at the Covenant and see how their water looks. That is disgusting. You're so right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up the Covenant. I'm going to see how they do their water. Because in Bungie's maps, I have never looked at the water once and gone, ew. And I'm doing that on mine, and that's a problem. Why aren't there any Ultimate Forge Halo 2 Anniversary Forge mods? The answer is simple. Nobody plays that. So why would you make a mod for something that nobody plays? Seems kind of pointless. Well, that's the reason most people mod Halo 3 anyway, because everybody plays Halo 3. It's like the most popular game on MCC. If you make it, they will come. Yeah, for like a day. Everyone plays Reach? Yeah, I'd say Reach, if I had to guess, would be the second most popular game on MCC. I'm not even making a statement about the quality of the game. Like, H2A is really cool. I mean, its lighting engine's a little bit scuffed. But, yeah, I just don't see that many people playing it. Like, it's... If you're going back to play Master Chief Collection, you're probably going to go play your favorite Halo game that you played growing up. And I can tell you, the amount of people who played 3 and Reach is significantly more than those who played Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer. Are there any significant technical differences between Halo 4 and Halo 2 Anniversary? It's 95% the same engine. The main difference that I encountered when working with those two is that Halo 2 Anniversary uses a PBR shader system for their materials, and Halo 4 does not, I believe. So the main difference between Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer and Halo 4 is the material system, which is the same material system, but they just have different shaders, which is like the way that materials are rendered is slightly different. And I do believe, I might be wrong here, but I do believe that they are cross-compatible if you add each game's respective shaders to one another. H2A just repackaged Halo 4. Yeah, I mean, look, realistically, yeah. I mean, it's got, like, custom maps that look pretty great. It's got, like, a new HUD interface and new weapons and all that. But, yeah, it's just, it ain't it for me. That's just my take. I'm sure there's people out there who enjoy Halo 2 Anniversary's multiplayer, and more power to them, but, yeah, I'm just not interested personally. Oh, this is cool. It's like the water's moving in a direction, the foam kind of reflects that. Let me switch maps, though, to the first one. Where's set A? Set beach. Take me away. Okay, but get this. My tummy hurts. Hey, RS, buddy, you seem really tired. Yeah, I haven't been getting as much sleep as I should lately, so... my sleep schedule has been really, really whack. Oh, well this explains a lot. The water is like totally open, save for the fact that... Why does it look so good though? God damn. Except for the fact there's like very little amounts of like foam here on the shallow part. And it's kind of like spiked a little bit. Kind of like they went with a brush and just kind of poked away at it. And also the foam is moving here a decent bit. Too much passion for Halo to sleep. I mean, yeah, if you guys knew how many back-to-back all-nighters I pull just to mod sometimes, you'd probably look at me like I'm fucking insane. Ugh. How does the water look so good here? I'm looking it up. I'm opening it. I can't understand it. It's just so nice. I'm opening this map up. I'm going into the shaders, and I'm looking for the water. Citadel, what would it be called? Beam, ring platform, tree. Was it under nature? Oh, well, there's literally water. River, water, river, ocean water. This has got to be it. So the water color texture is Citadel Ocean. Excuse me, holy fuck. I might end up using that for my water, actually. Let me see how that looks. Oh my goodness, that was destruction. And then the other thing it uses, I have the ocean cube map on mine, I think. It's the one that looks kind of like the upside down, yeah. Okay, so there's that. And then the other thing it uses, though, is Citadel multi-channel for the global shape, which I also have a multi-channel on, but clearly it looks much better on here. So basically, everywhere that there's blue is foam, and everywhere that's yellow is no foam. And it looks like the general gist of the way the shorelines work is they kind of just like pull and poke away at light amounts until it slowly adds up over time. Okay, so I can do that. I can 100% do that. But I am stealing the Citadel Ocean watercolor texture because I want it. Alright, back to huge ass. Oh god, my cats are just going so fucking fast. He's going so fucking fast. You were making the original space sandbox and then just stopped after promising to show a super carrier for a week and a half. Yep. That's how it went. I stopped working on the super carrier and moved on to other mods. Yeah, that did improve the water's texture color, I will say that. And the cube map is using the correct cube map. Make sure all the settings are the same. Wait, what? You can just do that with the bank alpha? Hold on. Oh, I see. It was painted on. It was hidden away in the alpha channel all along. That's nice. It adds a bit of, adds a little coloring to it. My biggest problem is that I put my TIFF in the game with such problems. Okay, so I need to manually paint outwards from all the shorelines. That'll improve quality substantially. I think it's the issue. Yeah, no, I'm aware. There's too much foam. So the foam intensity is too high, and it's painted in a really amateur-esque way. And after taking a look at how it looked on the Covenant, I now have a very good plan for how I'm going to do this. The water is fine, move on. You're wrong, Burgle. You're just dead wrong there. The water is not fine. That being said, you might be right with move on, because while I can see some improvements that I can make, I can also see that it's going to be pretty tedious to do. I'm not going to bore you guys with some Photoshop painting when I could just do that off stream. So instead, I'm going to move on to work on the longsword a little bit. I'll fly this thing for a second. Now it just blows up in one hit like I wanted it to. I don't even know why. Sometimes you just gotta reset the map for things to work. Also, the wombat. Getting inside the wombat is kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm gonna make it less of a pain in the ass to get in the wombat. Where do you have to be right now? Let's see. If I want to get in the wombat, where do I get in? Where is it? Where the fuck? Bounding spheres is on. I'll turn those off. Units. Unit vectors, mail. Oh, seats. There we go. So you have to literally be like right up to the side of this thing to get in. You can't get in from the top. You have to get in from right here. Actually, not bad. I'm gonna keep it. I thought maybe it was bugged and it was like from the bottom or something, but that's pretty good. Oh my god, I moved it, and I didn't die. I would have just killed the driver inside right there. Oh, I tipped it over! What the fuck? You're going fast enough, you can tip it over. Noted. What am I spawning here? Does it have a flip string? Good question. Am I just not dying anymore when I run into stuff? Oh, apparently I am. Why did it eject? Wait, if it ejected me, that means this thing died, but it didn't trigger the right damage state. Easy. Wait, what? Why did it? Wait a minute. I'm so dumb. I know exactly why it ejected me. I have it set so that on all damage states you get ejected, don't I? Yup, I sure do. Let's not eject people when they take a small amount of damage. Or at all, for that matter. No, it's not ejected shotgun, nor is it seat ejection. It's known, thanks to Bungie, as seat ejaculation. Gotta love it. I'm underwater. Ow. My wombat is now damaged. I'm in pain. I am now in severe, agonizing, and crippling pain. Oh my god. I'm dead, but I'm still alive, but I'm dead. Like when you slam your Banshee into the wall too hard after it's already really damaged. Excuse me. Naturally, you need to see if you can kill another player by ramming them with the fins. What was that? It's just a Halo 3 bug. Not too much I can do about it. Halo 3's vehicle system is worse than Reach's, very sadly. But basically, if you've ever rammed your... Basically, if you have a Banshee in Halo 3, and your Banshee gets a shit ton of, like, damage taken, and then you go back to full health, your Banshee now has really low health, but you have a ton of health. So if you slam hard into a wall after your Banshee has, like, no health yet left, but you're at full health, a lot of the time, if you hit it at just the right amount, your Banshee will get destroyed, and the vehicle health will be set to 0, but you will still be fine. And that's literally just because Halo 3's vehicle health system kind of sucks ass. Banshee surfing, exactly. So I have to deal with the crappy Halo 3 vehicle health system on all of my custom vehicles, and I have had to try to find workarounds for it so much, and there really is no real workaround. No, in Halo Reach, vehicles just have their own health, and if the vehicle health gets too low, it blows up. That makes sense. That's how vehicle health should work. The vehicle should be separate from you, but in Halo 3, your health is like tied to the vehicle's health, and it's so weird. In Halo Reach, it's like, if the vehicle looks like it's about to blow up, it is. In Halo 3, if the vehicle looks like it's about to blow up, it's like, not really, because the player inside still has a lot of health, but also kind of it's about to blow up, but maybe if you hit it just right, only the vehicle will blow up, but it'll blow up in a buggy way, and it's just a fucking chaotic mess. Halo 3's vehicle health system sucks. See how long it takes for these missiles to blow up a dropship. Before I go, wish me a happy 20th birthday, please. Alright. Burgle. Happy birthday. Congrats on turning 20. I hope you have a lot of fun tonight. 20th birthday is a good time. Whoa, that is really strong. Holy sh... Oh, right, because I'm using the Hornet weapons, so they're super, super strong. Oh my god, those missiles are so good. What the fuck? This thing is insanely powerful. Oh my god. Taco Bell is not 24/7, but it's usually open pretty late. Depends on the area though. You gotta look it up on Google Maps. And generally, the places that are open late are drive-thru only, but once again, you gotta look on Google Maps. Come on back, gang! Halo 3 requires actual strategy to combat vehicles. I mean, there's the you can EMP them. pretty sure you can EMP and reach though. Armor lock, plasma pistol. Whereas in Halo 3 it's pretty similar. It's the same thing with the plasma pistol, but you also have the shield sapper, which EMPs them. I think vehicles are just weaker in Reach because you can destroy them technically. I'm gonna work on the longsword now. Sorry, I'm just like, the truth is I've done too many all-nighters recently and it's caused my brain to fry. What time is it? Damn, it's already 10. You know what let me check. Hold on. Alright, you know what? Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do that work off a stream, and instead I will end it here in just a few minutes. So, that's what I'll do. Tomorrow I will be streaming again. I will stream hopefully earlier. I had to do a late stream today because I got way too much sleep, but it was worth it. I really had a good time today. I want to get a long stream in tomorrow with a lot more work getting done, a lot more fun and interesting content being made as well, so that hopefully by the time the weekend rolls around, I have a playtest of this map ready to go, and we can do some fun playtests on stream and mess around. That being said, I'm going to end the stream here. I want to give a huge shout out to you guys who are here just for making this stream really fun. First of all, there were some really generous people who helped us get on the road to Reach. We're now up to 365. That's $1 for every day of the year. So huge shout out to you guys for that. I really appreciate all of the suggestions in chat. I say this fairly often, but I honestly don't feel like I say it enough. You guys are genuinely the best community I could ask for. Probably one of the best parts of the Halo community overall. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much for being here. I will be streaming live again tomorrow, like I said, so do be there if you would like to see some more content. That said, you can check out my socials if you haven't already. Twitter, Discord, etc. If you're a member and you haven't joined the Discord server, I highly encourage you to. You have some sweet benefits and perks. Even if you just got gifted one, you can come pull through. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening or night. I'm going to go make some food, work on the model a little bit more, and head out. Oh yeah, and like the stream if you haven't. Anyway, have a good one, y'all. See you tomorrow.